Everyone. So glad you're joining me. It's a start of a brand new week, and some of us are headed into this week thinking, I need help. I need a little bit more from God to be able to accomplish this. I don't know how I'm going to figure this out. I don't know how I'm going to get this thing done. I don't know how I'm going to, you fill in the blank. And that's where we can lean on God. But when I say lean on, I'm not talking about what you're thinking. Because how a lot of us treat God is that it's like a take-home test. You bring a take-home test home, and you know that you have someone that you can text when you get really stuck on a question. And they're not going to tell you the answer, but they're going to tell you where to go in the workbook, in the handbook, the textbook. That's the word I'm looking for. Where to go in the textbook to find your answers. That's how we treat God sometimes. Or it's like when you go to make your mom's famous cheesecake, and you have no clue what you're doing, and you're trying to figure this out, and you know you can just text her when you have questions on how do I do this and what does this look like, but for the most part you're trying to kick this out because you want to do this. That's not how it is with God, and yet that's how we approach God. God, I just need to help me figure this thing out. That's not a great prayer. You're like, wait, I'm talking to God. I'm asking for, God, help me figure this out. Your word says, and my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. Help me figure this out. God, I need some healing. So just help me figure this out. Help me figure out what I need to do to be healed, to be healthy. God, I need to love this person. Help me to just love them a little bit better than I have been, because I just don't feel like I'm doing it well. Those prayers are seeking after God wrong. Really, it's James 4. Really, James 4, the end of verse 2 says, you do not have because you do not ask. A lot of us don't even ask. And if we do, look at what verse 3, or you do ask God for them and yet fail to receive because you ask with wrong purpose and evil, selfish motives. What's the motive in that? God, I want you to add a little bit of your supernatural onto my natural so I can accomplish this. That's maybe not what you're saying, but that is what you're saying in every one of those prayers, in every one of those examples. It's not about that. My God shall supply all your needs according to his riches in glory is not that God's going to add a little bit of what he has, a little bit of who he is into your natural, limited human ability, natural, limited human insight, limited wisdom, whatever it is. No, instead, he's replacing yours with his. That's Christianity. That's us surrendering to him. And so what is that like? It would be like, let's go back to the cooking example. That'd be like you saying, Mom, I need this cheesecake by Friday. How can you supply it? Because you always have done it. You're always so good. And you gave me that promise that if I ever needed this cheesecake, to just let you know. Oh yeah, just come on over. I have probably 50 of those cheesecakes in the freezer. Just when you pull it out, follow my directions, and it'll turn out perfect every single time. So it's not even, I'm being invaded by cats. Good morning. It's not about you figuring it out. It's not about you getting a little bit more. It's about you relenting and trusting God to supply all your needs, all your wisdom needs, all your strength needs. God, I don't have enough strength. So just help me get through my day. Where's the focus? Is it on self? Is it on add to me so I can accomplish? Or is it saying, God, you are my strength. How do you want me to handle this day? God, you are my love. Because I'm a Christian now. Show me how you want to love in this situation. God, you are my whatever it is. And he is our source. And then what do we do? As he provides, then we also have to follow his direction. Let's go back to that cooking example. Pulls the cheesecake out of the freezer. And on the directions it says, bake at such and such degrees for such and such time, and then chill. And you're like, what? Cheesecake is always better cold. You know what? I'm going to take this cheesecake out of the freezer right before people get here, and I'm just going to serve it up. Cheesecake's better cold. I'm not baking it. That doesn't even make sense. Well, what are you going to have to meet the need? Not something that's going to be amazing. No. You'll have to follow the directions given by the supplier of all good things for you to be able to walk in them. That's what it is. My God shall supply all your needs. It's already all available. It's all sitting there waiting for you to ask with not motives for him to add on to your limited abilities, your limited finances, your limited wisdom, your limited whatever. But it's a replacement of your limited, and saying, instead of saying, God, help me accomplish this. Help me get the money. God, here's my answer to my issue. Just help this happen. Here's the things that I need to make this happen. That's the wrong way to ask. No, instead it's, God, here's my need. How do you want to supply? God, I don't know how to love this person. On my own, I can't. How do you want to love them? Through me. And as he gives you direction, do it. How silly would it be not to? It'd be crazy. God, I need this amount of finances to be able to provide for our needs and to be generous on every occasion. That's what your word says. It's not what I'm living. How do you want to supply that? Then listen, do what he says. God, I'm really struggling. I don't have the wisdom that I need for this situation. I just don't know what to do, but I know you do. So what's your solution? What's your plan? How do you want me to handle this? Then do what he says, because my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. Ask him to supply, not to add to your supply, but ask him to supply, and he'll give you over abundantly what you need so that he can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you ask. But first we got to figure out this ask right. It's not him adding to our supply. It's him becoming our supply so he can be who he is in every area of our life, which is super abundant. That's going to set us up for an amazing morning, an amazing week, because when we learn from him how to ask, then we can see him be the answer, not us. And then he gets the glory because it was never about us. And then he provides an overabundance so that you don't have just what you need for that moment, but for everything. Love in every area, faith in every area, wisdom every area, finances every area, whatever it is. My God will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. So ask, listen, and obey. That will lead you straight into it. All right, I got to cut myself off. I went longer than I was supposed to. I just got so stirred up. I think that was exactly what somebody needed to hear. Oh, and we're being invaded. Oh, man. Look at this shirt. After God After God made me, he said, ta-da. All right, you want to say bye with me?
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, now I can't reach it to stop it. Oh, I'm going to squish you. Squish, squish, squish. Are you squished?